By clicking on the grades link in your course, you're going to be presented with a window that probably looks somewhat similar to what you're used to if you were using Blackboard prior to the Canvas conversion. This gives us a view of all our different students, their roster here to the left with their names and their email addresses. And then there's going to be a column for every assignment or every grade that we have set up in this course. As we have more assignments, this column is going to get wider as we go. These columns are customizable, so I can drag and drop these items, and Canvas should remember the order that I place them in. There are several differences here from what you may be used to with Blackboard. For instance, there is no student ID available here. And then also, it's not necessarily intended for you to use this interface to grade your students' papers. You certainly can, and I'll be going over that in a subsequent section of this course. But generally speaking, this is just intended to give you an idea of how your students are doing in the class, to give you a place where you can view all the grades together, as well as see other pertinent information, such as grades that have been turned in late. There are a few options up here at the top. We can switch to an individualized view on a per student basis. Um, if you do click on this, just realize it's kind of difficult to get back, and until you do change back and switch to the default grade book, like it says here, you'll be stuck in this individual setting. We can export the grade book as a CSV file, something for an Excel spreadsheet, or we can import one that we've created, and it would bring the grade columns and everything, all the grades, over into Canvas. Then there's some options over here on the far right. If I click on these options, we can look at grading history that we've performed. This is where we go to set group weights for assignment groups. So if you do have certain types of assignments that are worth more than others, this is how you would configure that. We can arrange columns by due date. That'll automatically sort. Arrange columns by assignment group. We could treat ungraded as 0, which in the days of Blackboard, this was known as calculator running total, whether to do that or not. And then the notes column, which you can keep personal notes on your students if you'd like to by doing the notes column here. If you want to look at specific grades for any student, you can just click on that student, and that will bring up just that student's scores. Be aware when you are in the grades area, sometimes the back button in your browser will not take you back to your main course. Sometimes the only way to get back to your course is by clicking on the breadcrumb link up at the top to get out of the grades area.